Marching to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We marching upward to Zion, the beautiful city of God. The beautiful city of God. Let's pray. Thank you, Lord, for being with us this hour, this minute, this day. Bless us all together. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Wagwan, how are you? Greetings to you all. So now we are back in our reaction channel. I hope you are doing fine. I'm okay where I am here. Thanks to the Jehovah God. And we are back. A lot has been happening on the streets. We don't rest. this time round, it is back to back. So welcome everybody. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we are road to 5K. Don't forget, make this channel to be your channel. Love this channel. Give me as many likes as possible. So welcome once again. So if you are not, maybe you've not made up your mind, please make your mind. And my returning viewers, my new viewers, welcome everybody. So we are back here with our reaction channel. Today we have Rocio Mom has come out again with her utterances towards Africans, black people, because to her, black people, I don't know how she sees that. She sees that like maybe. I just blame Marwa because the only person she can tell all those things is Marwa. Mura says so, no one else. Because now, talking about black people, insulting us, calling us stupid, because it's like we don't know what we are doing. The black people you are talking about, because this thing has made me, there's a video which I had already uploaded, but because of this, her nonsense utterances made me to come and give her what she deserves, because she cannot be always in her lips. And no wonder people call her names. Me, I don't call people names in my channel. Eh? I don't call people names in my channel, but I get irritated when someone calls Africans names like this, because you wonder why did this thing of African came into her lips. Why? If she's angry with Marwa, let her deal with Marwa, because all this anger she has toward Africans is because of Marwa. If she doesn't want Marwa to stay in her father's place, so let Marwa go out. We are going to talk about that. And I saw Marwa now trying this video of Marwa, the latest. He went and paid the fees for the passport of the father-in-law. And where is the mother-in-law's fees? Because it's like Marwa is one-sided person. And I think this one also, Rocio is seeing it. It is not the first time Rocio is advising. When you are doing this, you have to do that. Because Rocio is reminding him, without this one, the mom, so-and-so would not be who he is today, because it's a teamwork. Even family is not made with one person, two people. And now, Mr. Cecil, the Trent Town boy, you are going to see what is happening, what is the message he sent out there, and we didn't know later on to be maybe got it from another channel, the T. Now we are going to also touch that, because after watching that, I said, oh yes, I missed something here. So the thing which I missed, I'm going to bring it here. So in the meantime, let's just start with Rocio Mom. Let's hear what she's trying to say, because I wasn't pleased. It is late, but I said I have to come here. If it is not live, I'll make a premiere. So this is what I'm making now, because it didn't go well with me. And before we go there, have you subscribed to the channel? We are road to 5K. Please, it is my humble request. It's a campaign. You heard Mura's campaigning. This is someone who is not maybe for a million subscribers. Now he is campaigning vigorously. I don't know the reason why, but also me here, I'm campaigning. Road to 5K, please, my people. I know we are going to make it. So now, I want to bring Rocio here, because within 2 days, 3 days, or the last videos we've been watching of Rocio and Mura Senso, there has been attention. Remember, even when Mura was having a live stream, the anger or the fainting which he brought out was for Rocio, because they have been with this maybe loggerheads or what, ups and down, which is normal with because the lady is pregnant. But now that anger, because Mura uh, put it out there for the people who he hates most, the reactors. He threw his anger, or he vomited his anger to the reactors, leaving Rocio Mom, who made him feel like that, who has been making him feel like that, because he said sometimes, oh, now I'm going to stay in my in-laws' place. How is it going to be because of the tension which they have in the house? So because this relationship was not made in a solid ground, it was about the passport thing. So sometimes, when there was no love between you, when forcing things, sometimes it reaches a point whereby you don't want that person again. Now that Rosie is expecting a child, and there are some changes in her body of a woman, so she feels like she doesn't love Mura. But now, after Mura is maybe he feels the heat inside the house. That is why he brought it out here and started talking about fainting, doing rubbish. He want to make now a live stream from 6 in the morning to 12 in 6 to 6, 12 hours. So that was that. And then Rocio also now, instead of facing Mura to talk issue or to discuss their issues in peace, she's been frustrated because the things which have been happening didn't go according to how she planned. She's been coming out here saying, oh, she did a mistake by giving the father this job. Never give maybe work to people whom you know. So this is a frustration which she's been having. So, sometimes people who don't know how to handle issues, instead of facing the reality, they divert their attention to other people who didn't even wrong them now. So this is an issue. They have been pushing this Airbnb, or the way you call it, this I don't know how it is now, because I don't feel good about it, because the way they are talking to us, especially me, an African woman, I don't feel good. Even when an African person is mentioned somewhere, it touches me badly. It touches me badly. And these are the people who are feeding them. These are the people who are sending them gifts. And now they are sitting there after receiving more gifts from those African people, and then they talk bad about African people. Why do you help these people? Eh? Why don't you bring those subscriptions in my channel? Eh? You're African, fellow African. Look what is happening. You give them, they don't appreciate the insult. This lady came out with her frustration from the way this house or this construction didn't go as she planned, because she was putting all things in a new things in a old house. So she's now pushing her hunger to Africans. What has African done? What have we done to this lady? Because this is not the first time this lady is looking down upon us. What have we done? The only thing the mistake we did, giving her a man to marry her or to stay with her. This is someone who could not get someone to stay with. That is the mistake which we did, Africans, by offering her a rich man, as they call themselves, so that she can now where she is now, she can open her dirty mouth to talk with us, to talk to Africans, the way calling us stupid. You see who calls Africans stupid, showing us the house, how the house looks, because Africans cannot build that. What type of a house is that? What is that? What is this lady trying to show us? Eh? Does she have anything to show? This is my question to her, and I wish she can watch my video, because after hearing what she said, I felt so bad. I think she should know how to talk to people. Even the husband is like sick, like she is sick. These are sick people. This lady who is living in a junk house, calling other people, showing us a junk place. eh? If we are talking of African, look at the villa where you've been staying in Yabohanse. Do you have such a villa in your, maybe do your relatives have such a villa? And that villa we are talking about, it has been built with these African people you are calling stupid. Mm? Even that, the things which you are buying now, didn't you have anything? If it were not for the African YouTubers who have made your YouTube to grow like this, would you be where you are today? And why would you bring African maybe people in your talks? If you are talking, maybe people have maybe disappointed you or maybe offended you. Comment section is not just only for lovers, your lovers only. That is an interaction place, and when people interact, you get negative and positive, and you grow from it. If you like people who are just yes, yes to you, you won't know, or you won't grow, you won't even know where you've gone wrong. So when people talk about what they feel, because these are the people who are making you eat, Madam Rocio or Rosabella, or how you call yourself, I want us to see this video, and this video made me so angry. insult people in my channel. But this one made me feel so bad because it is not the first time she's been talking about Africans. Whenever she refers to people out there, she talks about Africans. So let's hear her, then we take it from there.
I spent 3,000 USD, actually close to 4,000 USD, just to buy a door. Yeah. So it depends your taste. Yeah. But one thing I can say is really construction is really not like you can't do it. It depends who you know. For example, when we were working on the walls, some people gave you double the price. Exactly, yes. And the same guys that worked here never gave us that double price. That's why we worked with them. Yeah. But one thing I've learned about Argentina is, I don't know if it's Argentina or it's you, these people are trying to take advantage. That sometimes people will ask you more money than the cost of buying the materials of the job. Yeah, that was something I was thinking. I was saying, I don't know if this video or in my previous video where actually labor here is more expensive than materials. That's something I don't experiment. That's what I'm saying. With it, but almost with everybody. No, that's one thing I'm saying. Maybe it's you being new into the construction side, like arena, or maybe that's how it works here. But me in my home, somebody can never ask me more money than the material that we are using. Simply that means I'm building him another house. Imagine if to buy tiles, guys, and cement and fixing this tile, let's say is 1,000 USD. And the guy who is supposed to do the job is asking me for over 1,000 USD to do the job. Then there's something wrong right there. Yeah. But anyway, we have done it. So I'm happy and I'm more relaxed for sure. Yeah, and that's one thing I always tell people. It's not bad to work hard. It's not bad. It's here, I have seen some crazy comments on our YouTube channel. Oh, you become a slave, you did. Bro, we want comfort, and this is what comfort is. Nothing comes in a silver platter. You have to put an effort. You have actually to desire that good life, and you work towards it. But people want to call you, oh, you are poor, just because you actually refuse to wake up and work. And some people equate work with like suffering. No, work is purely saying, I don't want to be where I am today. I just want to change my life. I deserve better. I deserve a nice bed like this. We deserve a well painted, nice lights, you know, everything. And still, there's more to come. Just watch this space. So and I think you can, I mean, I found it very stupid to use the word slave, Yeah. And I find it very sad when mostly comes from black people, guys. Like, come on, open your mind. It's time to change. Especially Africans. It's time to heal that. It's time to heal. You're more than that. But besides all of that, for example, your dad works every day here, very hard. I've never had anybody calling him those words. For sure, no. And we don't use those. I work with him every day, and people call me those names. We don't use that vocabulary, but probably that person using that vocabulary is working 8-9 hours, maybe more, to get a salary with a boss, and he's not even able, he or she's not even able to achieve something like that. So, who's the slave? Exactly. I would say. Exactly, guys. I don't even want to use that vocabulary because in my life that is not in my mindset. No. Mentality is not. It's not. The reason I brought it is just to show you that, guys, if you want a better life, be willing and be ready.
So when people talk to you, you heard them the way they are talking now. You wonder where this black thing came from. You see someone who was frustrated already, but now trying to bring issue to other people. So where do African comes in? Why do you bring them in your conversation? And this other one, this sense of Mura, who is now being, people are calling you slave because in African culture, let me tell you, the lady, Rosabella, as you people call you, as I call you, because I'm calling you Rosabella. In African culture, the reason why people are calling Mura Senso a slave because is working in his in-laws. We have our culture in African. You don't. It is forbidden to go and start working on the plate the way he was carrying those metals. 1 month, almost 1 month, doing manual jobs in at in-laws place. To African, that is big. Being as a slave. So this is Africans who are trying to tell their son, because this is African son. We don't do things like that. As we do it better. You call yourself a rich man. Hire people to be doing this thing for you. The reason why you are being called slave because the way you are carrying yourself, and that is why you are frustrated because things didn't go the way you planned them. You are doing things manually yourself, carrying them every now and then, climbing the rooftop at your in-laws' place. That is forbidden in African culture. So when African people they stand with their values, you don't call them names. Don't call African name because I see where you are seated. It is not you. It is not you are not the first person to buy a bed. You are not the first person to do renovation. You only knows yours. You don't know what people do out there. And these people you call to change their mind because we are stupid or we what? These are the people who are making you eat. These are that man who is pretending there to feel good with you is the one who has made even your compound to look okay. The people you are calling stupid, the people you are calling names, because before you could not even see the junk which was on your yard. You could not. You are living like I don't want to name you, but like the dumping site. That is what I can say. And then you come here and call African's name. Which African home? Because you've been in Africa. You've been working, even the mud houses. You've been calling people poor, staying in mud houses. You've worked, but you've never seen a place dump site like the one which was on your yard, whatever. No, this lady has made me feel very good because when I'm doing my reaction, I don't want to be maybe feel bad like I'm feeling bad. But when you talk to people, don't bring your maybe your issues, your frustration to Africans. You have to respect people because ever since you became, you grew and you become how you are now, you've never lived a good life like the Africans are now giving you. Even the subscribers whom you have, those are from Africans. Huh? Why didn't you get a man from Africa? Why do you associate yourself with black people? You take their money through gifts and you call them names. You take their subscription. Why don't you block them when they subscribe? Ask them, are you black? If you are black, I don't want you in my channel. Why don't you block the Africans? But because you love whatever they are giving you, you only love their pocket, but you don't love them as a person. This lady has been pretending all along, oh, I don't mean this, I'm not a racist. She's so racist. And this one has made me not to feel, I was not feeling like this with her, but now I don't think I like what she's trying to say or how she's trying to behave. Because this lady, you see someone who doesn't love Marwa. She doesn't want Marwa there. And this sense of full of, he doesn't even check because in that home, he's not free. He's not given freedom. Even before touching things, he has to think what Rocio is going to say. And Rocio has been staying in Nyabohansa in the villa comfortably. And now these junk things, they have just made it. Now she feels she has made it in life, showing us what she has done. What is that? What is that? People who are supporting these people, wake up, wake up. You cannot be giving people present, people who does not appreciate you, they insult you, they talk. Even people, when people are commenting, they are using their minds, they're not using their colors. It is not about color thing. So that color of yours, the color of your father, the color of whoever close to you, what has it given you? Nothing. The color has given you nothing. Look at how other people are staying in Mar del Plata. Superb. People are living well. And you? And with that color of yours? Nothing. So you talk wisely. Don't talk, maybe you bring your frustration and call Africans. Stop it. Stop it. Because one day, these Africans you hate this much, one day they will leave you and they will unsubscribe to your channel because most of them are the people who have subscribed, not Argentinians. Argentina does not speak English. They don't. So your channels, most of them, people watch. They are the blacks whom you hate most. The people who send you gifts. The people who watches your videos. The people who So I watch that. I never like that. I don't like it at all. So let's look at another clip and then we move ahead.
Of enjoyment in one way or the other. Yes. Yeah. And also, we want to appreciate your dad. Maybe you'll appreciate him for the viewers. I appreciate my dad and my mom. You know, maybe you pamper a lot on Mr. Luis, but Mr. Luis without Miss Jajaravisha is nothing. So no, don't forget about my mom. Yeah, I just say that because most of the time I spend time with your dad. Yes. And I see him how he's very hardworking. He turns around. He does this, and he never complains. That's one thing I've come to learn with Mr. Luis. He's very
Yeah, that part about pampering Mr. Louis alone is becoming too much because you just hear this Nyabohanse Senso. He's just talking about Mr. Louis, without even the lady, the mother cooking on the background. You will not be having energy because during this period, Mr. Louis is with you all the time. And who is in the kitchen? It's the mom. So when you are giving gifts or when you are praising, give praise to everybody because it's like now when you are in an office, you are a boss the way you call yourself boss. I want to give you an example like that because him is just seeing the person whom he's working with, but he doesn't know the forces which are working behind the scene. Because behind the scene, let's say for instance, in the office, here maybe assume now you are an accountant, you are reconciling maybe things or documents up there where you are seated. But now, for you to get energy or for you to get that invoice which you are going to reconcile, first it has to start from down. Number one, there are those messengers who receive the document, and then you take it to where there's documentation. You get someone who is invoicing. You see, this one document passes from many hands. You get it from the baby where you are getting it. The messenger takes it to another desk. That is one document. Take it there. Someone is going to maybe document it first, maybe to write it, check when input, do the inputting, document input, and then there are some who are going to do the baby data entry. After that data entry, they print, and then that is now when it reaches you to reconcile that one document. So you cannot say the person who did the reconciliation is the best or the one who has done a good job. No, this one document, so many people, it has passed to so many people's hands. So when you are appreciating Mr. Lewis, remember Mr. Lewis cannot get energy if he doesn't eat. So who cooks? Who washes the dishes? Who does all these things? The mother. So number one, you should just give them all credit. But if your credit is just based on one person, and I think this is why you get problems with your people in the village, because you just see someone who is running to you. Someone who is running to you is whom the one you give credit, but you are forgetting there are many people who are behind the scene but pushing the same agenda. So as he has a weakness of maybe praising. That is why even in this pregnancy, you keep on hearing him saying, me, I want a boy, I want a boy, I want a boy, not knowing children are children, both genders, they are all your children. What if he gets a girl? What is he going to say? Because he had already declared his stand. So when the baby will be born, and then the baby turns to be a girl, people will have to come and watch. Then after that, when we will come here and react, he will say, "Oh, we hate him because he started it." Because people will have to check how is his reaction now that maybe they got a baby girl. We have to check because he's not for the baby girl. He's campaigning for the baby boy. So there are things which you need to say or you don't need to say. But now siding, me, I'm on this side, I'm on that side, is not right. So I think it is how he was brought up. Because he was not brought up well. He doesn't know how to balance. He doesn't know. He just takes things the way they come. He just go with it the way it is. Whether hot or cold, he just go with it. So that is what I see in him. And then now we have we have Mr. Cecil. We are going to talk about Mr. Cecil. And before we go to Mr. Cecil, there's this video of him saying so, making now saying soon they went to make maybe pay for the passport. Like now, even in this passport issue, he's been talking about how me, I want to get Mr. Louis a passport, I want to pay for the passport, and not talking about the mother. Huh? The mother-in-law is not there in the picture. So I want us to check that, because when I'm talking, I want to give you the receipt. This is one man, a person who is one-sided. He just speaks. And when someone, when you, it is very easy to realize or to know the character of a person. Mm. Is one person when you lean on him, or like maybe when he has like two, three friends, when the one who is leaning next to him, that is the one he will love, thinking this one is the one who loves you most. There might be maybe you have three, but the one who is not close to you, uh, maybe that is the one who loves you most. But him, because he doesn't know how to differentiate, he just thinks if you lean to me, like now there's the firstborn, secondborn, now the way they lean on him at home, so he thinks these are the people who loves him more. So in this case of maybe passport, he also just went, because whether he paid for the mother, I don't know, because he never mentioned that. He only mentioned the Mr. Luis only. So let's have a look at that video.
Um, some people are saying, "Hey, Maro, you are overworking Mr. Luis and things like that." It's not that we were overworking Mr. Luis. Mr. Luis likes to work. He really works hard, and I still have an issue with that because even me, sometimes people tend to call me a slave just because I'm working here and I'm black. People say, "Oh, slavery," or something like that. You find such like mean comments to just like trigger me or something. But I'll say that people out here or in these countries that we are, people love to work and kind of they know everything. Like Mr. Luis knows how to fix this, Mr. Luis fixed this, Mr. Luis fixed that, the other one, the gas, every like I think they are taught. Even Rocio's cousins that they will be coming on Sunday, they fixed the roof. You remember the other day when I posted a video saying hardworking Latin family inside a hardworking Latin inside a hardworking Latin family. Everybody was working. Even the girlfriend of Rocio's nephew was actually even working on the roof. That actually taught me a lot of things. Like, yeah, here people actually do the job. So, uh, officially, we are here. Sorry, Rocio is not around. She has a small appointment for her nails. She's going to fix her nails.
So Marwa is saying there people work a lot, because it's like only in maybe Argentina is where people work. Back in Yabohanse, we see your father working very hard. But when your people are advising you, there's a difference by when people advise you and you take it bad because you are used to positive comments. Here comes a case. You are same people who loves you, who support you. They feel like you are overusing yourself or overworking yourself or overworking. Your father-in-law is overworking himself. Of course, that is an old man. Yes, people work hard. In that country, people work hard. Even the nephew or whoever Rocio's nephew was on top of the roof. Those are young people. They can go up and down. They can go up and down. This is your father-in-law climbing a ladder. You are standing there. When people tell you it is not right, you take it as an insult. What if this man falls down? And when he falls down at his age, it's not easy for him to heal. Uh, Maybe immediately. It can be like that forever. So when people are sending you messages of advice, because you in your life is like you are just used to positive, you've never gotten used to this negative maybe comments. Negative comments make people grow. They are not there to maybe make you feel bad, like you say, oh, they trigger you. You have to be triggered. It is not comfort zone in YouTube. When you send your people to come and insult the reactors, what do you think? So now these people are seeing what you are doing. And in African culture, as I said earlier, as a black man, people call you, maybe you're a slave. Yeah, you are working in a place where you are not supposed to work. Forbidden. If you want to work, it is not a must that you have to work physically. You call yourself rich. Let your money work. Okay, your father-in-law likes working, but even you can have a mother who likes working. But there are times when it reaches a time at age whereby you see, no, my parents like working, but now at their age, I will use my money, so let them just sit down. Or even if they want, you force them to stop. Huh? But you just say, oh, Mr. Louis like working at his age. Why? Because you wanted to cut costs. And now you come up with your wife very annoyed to people calling people names because you never wanted to use money. Now that the money which you gotten from the donors you don't want to use. After using, now you feel like you used a lot. Now people cannot build such kind of houses. People have built houses, many houses. So don't come here with that, baby. You want sympathy. People are calling you black. You are black, yes, but that is not the way you should put it. Because that thing of saying you are calling yourself black, it is how your wife is calling us here. And you help her when she was talking, you help that, you added your salt into it. And I don't like that. When you are working or when you are doing maybe that such kind of heavy duties, you don't involve such an old man, and then you come here when people try to advise you, you feel like now you are offended. Now you feel you are triggered. eh? So be it, you are triggered, so what? They have told you the truth, and I'm here sitting here telling you the truth. It was not necessary. That's why the things which have been there does not come, things have not come out the way Rocio wanted them to be, because you overworked your father-in-law. You would have told him not to. If maybe they were trying to cut costs and you love him that much, you would have said, Mr. Lewis, me, I love you. You are to do this, but I'm paying for you. So that is how it is done. That is what gentlemen do. Whether someone loves that duty or love that work, you let them stop it. You don't let them just do it because they love doing work. There's a certain age where one work can work, and there's a certain way where you take, the risk, you have to reduce the risk. That ladder, the bending, the old man has been bending all that time. What if he gets sick and now you just say people have triggered you because people have told you the truth? Truth hurts. Truth hurts. So that is, and Rocio went and bought a second hand washing machine. Rich people, what are you trying to tell us? I didn't expect Rocio to buy something maybe second hand. And that one made me feel like, oh, so we people out here, people should not just be talking. Know them, stay with them now, you know them. Now we stay with you in Argentina because we started staying with you before this house was made. Now we know, because we know everything which is bought in that house. So that is that. I never like that part. I don't like the way they call us black people all the times. We are in their lips, hating us, and we are the people who have made them be who they are. Because if my sister in Jamaica, my sister, you see all the Jamaicans, the Caribbeans, the way they are helping these Marwa people. And this woman can open her dirty mouth and say the blacks. What is this? When people, maybe someone has commented, take that person as an individual. And I think this is what Pablo came out here and really, really complain about. They like grouping people and generalizing people. When someone has hurt you, don't put it, maybe like now we are talking here. We don't generalize Argentina. We are talking just for maybe if it is Rocio, just Rocio. We are not putting Argentina in there. But when she's talking, she has to generalize. Even Sense also has to generalize people. And this is why people feel bad, because they don't know how to talk. This is it. This is what has made me come here. This led to make this video. So I'm not happy. And all I know, if you have money, let your money do the work. When will you use your money? If everything you get for free, you cannot even pay plumbers. You climb up and down. You make your old man climb plumber in the sake of, these people like working. They like working because they don't have money to pay. No one would like working if they have cash to pay workers. Let me tell you, they don't have money to pay. They were cutting costs. So don't say Mr. Louis like working. That old man bending like that every now and then. Ah, don't play with our minds. If there's no money, say there's no money. He had to help. But don't come here now trying to feel like people have really, really, really insulted you. So let's see where he was now telling us how he has paid for the passport.
So that means for sure also it works very well. Look, these birds live here. The birds live there. They even have babies I've seen. Wow. So I'm here with my in-laws. And for those who are watching this video or just joined, is Mr. Luis just got his passport documentation ready. Not documentation, he has applied for it successfully. Now we are just waiting for it. So it's a bathroom we want to use. Guys, we're here in a local market today. We're going to take you around. This is the other side that you don't actually know about, maybe Argentina.
Debería hacer esto así. Estas son playas, estas no son. Esta también, mira.
Sí, esta puede estar abajo.
Esta.
I think that can
Sí,
work.
está más larga.
Sí.
Esa, más playa que eso no.
Ok, nosotros,
Sí, para revolver.
nosotros mirar si no hay, pero piensa, I'm thinking, Rocio, we can't get something better than these ones we're seeing here. Trust me.
Y esa también. Son firmes, son gruesitas y
This is
firmes.
for the cooking vegetables, but ¿hay largo de este tipo?
Estas.
Largo,
No, más largo de lo que ves ahí no, es esto.
Okay, so these are the longest.
Más largo que eso, no.
I think I can.
So in those clips you saw where Senso was telling us how he has paid for the processing of the passport for Mr. Luis. I never heard of Mama. So it's like now when Mr. Luis will be going to Africa, Mama will not be going with him. So that's why I was saying, why not Mama also? Because Mama also is taking part, cooking for you every now and then. And these are all people. When one is traveling, you cannot leave the other behind. Maybe they have another, maybe they will schedule another time for Mama. But all I know, Mr. Luis cannot work without Mama. That is all I say that. And you saw Senso now. Buying mwiko, you call it mwiko, the one of making ugali in Africa in front of the in-laws. Sometimes those are the things which we are saying. An African man, you don't do that. You make your wife buy those things for you. But you now in front of your in-laws, you want to show you are buying this because you love ugali that much. It doesn't add up. Maybe where you are coming from, but in Africa, if he is an African man who is being called names here, those are the things you don't buy when you are at your in-law. So you let your wife buy and just tell Rocio I want this. So when she's walking ahead of you, she can go and pick. But now showing even the father-in-law, I want you to see this the way it is captured. Look at how Mr. Luis is watching that Mwiko. So that is Mura Sensor for you. She has no limit. He has no limit. So that is that for them. So I want us to check this place whereby, because that video, I watched Mr. JT's video and then I said, yes, this part I didn't analyze it well. Not even analyze it well. I never made that video from Mr. Cecil while he was in Masai Mara. So I didn't make it. I watched the video, but there were so many videos out in between, so I skipped that. But after watching that, I decided, let me have a take, my take there, so that I can also add 1 + 1 we get to. So let's go and check that video where Mr. Cecil is trying to talking to Masai with passport, but now the words which he's trying to tell Masai are not meant for Masai with passport, meant for someone else or the other people. You hear it Kindi, you'll see exactly for sure. This man was talking in parables, and all along he's been sending the messages with parables. So let's have a look.
Welcome to you all. First, I want to take this opportunity to thank Masai with a passport.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful time staying here with him.
Yeah.
We hate to leave, but time has come. I pray for unity amongst us all, not only us four, but for everyone in the neighborhood, in the Nebahansi village. I pray that we might find common ground and that we may all get over our differences someday, and most importantly, be true to thine own self. Masai, I want to publicly thank you.
You heard Mr. Cecil talking to Masai with passport. Very far from Nyabohanse, but he still had that Nyabohanse thing in mind because when he left, he didn't live well because things were not okay. And that is why he's sending the word to them if they can live in harmony, whereby people don't think about themselves. They should have that ground where they can solve their differences. This is a message which he was sending to Mura Senso because why am I saying message to Mura Senso? Because Mura never wanted reconciliation because this is someone who brought Gintu on the table, and bringing Gintu on the table didn't go well with Mr. Senso. No, Senso, yes, Senso, Mura Senso. So when he left, they left while the tension was still on the ground. So that is why even if he doesn't tell Mura direct, now he's talking to Masai with passport, but sending a message to other people. This is how I see it. I never saw it that way, but when I'm seeing it now, this man was sending a message as a wise man. Most of them, they don't just talk like that. Some talk in parables, but the message is will reach, and the message will maybe to those who cannot understand. But when you go deep or you sit and check the words, the way he articulated them, you just find that he was just directing these things to Nyabohanse people, especially Mura Senso. By not thinking, when he was saying thyself, not think about yourself. This is like a broader thing. When you want the maybe reconciliation to take place, you don't think about yourself. You should just think of everyone. So that no, the moment you put everyone on board, or you leave your egos and then you sit down and you talk about your issues, then there may be confrontation, this whatever will come to an end. But if you just think about yourself, people are talking about me, this is because of me, I brought this thing because of me, these visitors who are visiting this village, they are visiting because of me. So that is why he said, without thinking about yourself, you leave these differences, then you can live in harmony. So that is the message which he passed, and he talked well, and I'm really happy the message has reached, but it will only reach to people who understand. But someone who thinks about himself or themselves, it's not easy to get this message because already there are people who love themselves than others. Because okay, you can be rich. Let me put it like this now. It's not good to be a rich person in the whole village, one person. That is why when people grow, you need to tell them or how to show them how to catch a fish. Because when you keep on giving them, and you want to be the only person who has, people will make you get tired because you hear Mura always saying, oh, me, I get tired. I keep on giving. People come to my home because he's one person there. So now people want to come up. People want to grow themselves. People want to live well. He doesn't want because that thing of him being himself. That is why when you go as per what the Trench Town boy said, you have to live. You have to shed that thing of loving thyself and put other people on the table. Then you can sit down and maybe live harmony. You remove all these differences you have, and then you live in peace. Peace can start with one person, yes, and then you spread it. But when you feel you are bigger than others, or you are better, or you are richer, then that peace cannot come as you want it. So you will always come here and complain, oh, these people don't love me, they talk about me, and now he's saying people are now making him feel bad. It's all such a kind of thing. So it is good sometimes to think twice. Don't just rush him. Don't be rational. This is what I can tell Mura. He should not be rational. He should take advices. And you go to comment section there. That is why people put their comment there. That is the reason it is there. For at least you can read one thing and then you say, oh, this one is talking about me. Okay, this is how I've been reacting. Oh, this is how I've been behaving. Let me change. You see, changes are good, and changes sometimes they come from other people, they advise you and then you change. So that is all I have for you for today. Thank you so much. Anyway, I know this lady maybe one day she will come to her senses and see the people who have been in my life, the people who have changed my life are these black people I keep on maybe insulting, I keep on humiliating. These are human beings like you. We are human beings more than me. Blacks, we are more than very intelligent people. and we accommodate even the likes, like the likes of Cecil. No, so who is the name? The likes of this Argentina woman. We can accommodate her with her nonsense, which them they cannot. So that shows how gentle, how good we are. So otherwise, thank you so much. May God be with you always. Be mindful of others. Always, maybe don't be easy, quick to be angry. Like that lady made me today feel like, what is happening? Otherwise, I'm okay. Thank you so much. Keep on subscribing. Road to 5K. Share the video and like the video. Bye, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.